Today's first session is on making of sexual harassment of women at workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. So, the situation at workplace for women has been terrible since so many years back. It's not something which came up in 2013 and we all together thought that, there's a need of an act and we need to bring an act. It started way back in 1980s. Women all around the world were facing instances of sexual harassment. Calling for a strong law to curb these acts was the main voice. The elimination of gender-based discrimination has been one of the fundamentals of the Constitution of India. If you look at Article 14, 15, 21, even the preamble of the Constitution states that we need to establish equality. We were at a stage where we wanted a specific law dealing with protection of women at workplace. The definition of sexual harassment in a layman language, it is an uninvited and unwelcome verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature, especially by a person in authority toward a subordinate. This definition has been result of what has been stated in General Recommendation 19 of CEDAW. CEDAW is a convention of elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. So if you look at the definition which has been given by the Supreme Court in Vishakha judgment, you see that we have taken the definition from CEDAW. Then finally, in IPC under section 354A, sexual harassment was defined. This was done after the amendment. And many other provisions were also added, 354B, A, dealing with voyeurism, stalking, and so on. So earlier we had only two provisions, 354 and 509 of IPC, but then after the amendment we brought this section to the amendment, and again you will find the definition to be it's same, whatever has been stated in CEDAW and has been stated in the Vishakha judgment. Now coming of the act in 2013 specifically defined sexual harassment in section 2 clause N. Similarly, in the same manner. Now, this is the main point on which we are going to discuss in this session, that what led to the coming of the act. I mean, what were the situations? Who were the key players in making this act come actually at such a big platform in front of Supreme Court, and coming of the rules, defining it, doing amendment in IPC and all. Now, in 1980s, there were instances where a lot of women were facing problem at workplace at different levels. For example, in private hospitals, the nurses were facing problem, air hostesses by their colleagues or the passengers who were traveling. So there was a militant action that was taken by Forum Against Oppression of Women. They said that we are receiving a lot of complaints and now we are going to take action and we are going to put this in front of the government that this is not done and we need to do something and we need to have an act. So the ongoing protest and rallies continued. The complaints were coming from nurses in public and private hospitals. There was a very lukewarm response which was received. No publicity in media as such was there, and they could not convey their message and nothing was done.
Ma'am, do you think that social media is the right platform to...
Hello? Yes.
Ma'am, like the Gurgaon case in which the girl has put some status and the boy has committed suicide.
Yeah. No, I don't agree. There is an altogether parallel trial going on social media nowadays. So I don't agree in that because, Bakshinder, this is the question which is asked by Bakshinder, right? Bakshinder,
Yes,
we have got instances of cases where after the entire investigation and inquiry has been done and the person who was blamed was not guilty. He was not guilty. He was not found guilty. So I don't think, in my opinion, that social media is a good platform. The second question is, is there any particular precautions while filing sexual harassment if matter is very sensitive? Yes. See, you have to give in writing. There are provisions of confidentiality under the there are provisions of confidentiality under the act also, that whatever is being stated by the aggrieved women, and she doesn't want to, I mean, this obviously it has to be confidential, and the internal committee holds this position and is directed by this act not to disclose. Nowadays you also see that women have started writing articles directly to the Supreme Court and High Court, and they consider it as a writ petition. And if you want to first move towards that is the procedure, that first you should move towards the internal committee only, and if you don't get the justice, then only you should move to the courts. So then also the act says that you have to put everything in confidentiality and you cannot disclose. So I would like to say that we are going to have a second session, that is on evolution of right to privacy. Okay, then see you in the next session. And I think I'll repeat again that I've been able to do justice, and I've shared a good amount of knowledge with you. Thank you so much for joining. And it's Vishnu, it's up to you now.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for attending this session. Hope you all had a great enriching experience with ma'am. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with all of us, and it was truly a great experience for me personally. But I will also ask all of you to please fill a feedback form. You will shortly receive a feedback form link in your chat box. Thank you for being such a nice audience, and hope to see you at the next session.
Enroll to our upcoming sessions by visiting this link, www.lawscout.in/13webinars. Once you go to this link, check box each session you want to attend. The details of each session has been affixed to the right of the check boxes. Once you select them, scroll down to the page and click Add to Cart. Confirming your order, click on Proceed to Checkout. Now key in your details and click on Place Order. Now a pop-up like this will appear to complete your transaction. You can select from number of payment options like card, net banking, wallet, UPI, QR code, and pay later. Scan this QR code from app you want to make the payment from. Once the payment is complete, you will receive a confirmation mail. You can always reach us out through this chat box embedded in the right bottom corner of the website. Happy law scouting!